You guys probably haven't heard of this one, well, the majority. Who's Good Potato? Spin Leak here. Time for a movie review of actually my second favorite movie of all time. This one is very near and dear to my heart. Shortbus. I believe this film was made in 2006. It's a very artistic film. There's a lot of heavy symbolism. Every time I talk to someone about this film, there is this instant evasion the moment that I tell them that this movie uh, is full of and basically revolves centrally around sex. Um, where the sex is really just a metaphor for a bunch of deeper stuff going on. It is heavy symbolism within the film. So the film follows the stories of roughly 8 people, the majority of them being couples. You have a homosexual couple, you have a dominatrix, you have a married couple with a relatively dead sex life, and then a few extras that come in. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Um, I'm just going to point out one of the characters' struggles. And many of the things in this movie, many of the themes may not be relevant in this day and age, but it's all a matter of personal preference. Um, the homosexual couple, you have James and Jamie. They've been together for a very long time, and James is working on a film. Like there's many small stories that interlock in this movie, and it really brings all the characters together, even though they may not heavily interact. Um, James is making a film. You don't really know what it's about. Jamie is feeling kind of distanced from James with how he's acting while making the film. So they seek help of a relationship counselor. This counselor is also dealing with some issues of her own. She becomes kind of heavy to the plot. She has her own little side story. Um, but as you watch this couple evolve, open up their relationship, and start inviting a couple more people in, you see kind of deeper into the core of what's going on. You see that James is actually distancing himself from Jamie. You see that he is trying to help Jamie move on and is trying to basically end everything and the relationship and his life. Um, and the deeper you get into it, the more you see that this isn't really about being unhappy per se. It's more about having issues coping with who he is. It's about not feeling comfortable in his own skin and not really being able to accept uh, who he is, what he likes. He's not able to let himself be happy because he is uncomfortable with the very thought of it. And then when you go to the counselor they go to, um, she is unable to have an orgasm, and this is a very long process of her trying out different things and getting frustrated and slowly unraveling until she can finally figure something out that works for her. This is a very long, very kind of separated film about self discovery at its very core. The sex is really just, I mean, the sex was the centerpiece. The sex is what made it happen. And the plot was written around it. But once you actually get into what's going on within the film, it's actually very deep. It's very eye opening. It's about no matter who you are, no matter what your preferences may be, no matter how you're feeling, it's about coping with the struggles, discovering who you are, discovering what you really need and want out of life, and coming to terms with it. This is a very positive message, and this movie is skipped over a lot simply because of the content or because people are unfamiliar with it, and once they look at it, they start thinking about pornography. It's a very tasteful movie, uh, despite some of the things I've seen. It is a very tasteful, very fun-loving, and very deep and emotional film. I do recommend it to anyone old enough to be able to respect this and can actually take something away from this film. This gets 5 potatoes from me, but the majority of the people that see this review and decide to check it out probably won't make it past the first 5 minutes. If you've seen this movie, bravo. Go ahead and tell me what you thought about it in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you in the next one.